Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We are discussing directed writing task, and till now in the directed writing task we have discussed that you all must have a very good understanding of audience, purpose, tone, and register. Audience is someone you are writing to or for. Like in case of a formal letter, your audience is, or in case of a letter, your audience is your principal, or it can be your friend. In case of a report, it can be your boss, or it can be anyone who is an authority. In case of an article, young people, general public, parents, teachers, anyone who is going to read the magazine can be your audience. Whereas purpose, there are the kind of motive or purpose that we can have behind directed writing task is maybe to inform someone, maybe to persuade someone, to convince someone, to argue about something, or to have a debate. So, audience, purpose, and then tone. When you are clear about the audience, that who is your audience, after that you are going to set the tone according to that. If that is your principle, you are going to set a tone that is respectful, that is very formal, and you are supposed to use a kind of a language that we usually use for a respected person. Then if we are if we are writing to our friends, our family, our siblings, then we are going to set a tone according to the audience. Like we are going to set a tone that is colloquial, that is spoken, that is informal, or that is according to the audience, that is going to be a kind of a conversation between two people, the way two family members talk to each other. And the next thing is register. Once you set the tone, after that you use such words that are required for the kind of audience you are writing to. So basically there are four things: audience, purpose, tone, and register. After that, yesterday we discussed that we are going to discuss two bullet points. First bullet point is that evaluate the text, evaluate both the text. You have two texts that are called stimulus text, so you are going to read both text A and text B, and you are going to evaluate them. You are going to evaluate the text, and then you will give your own opinion on the basis of your evaluation or whatever you have read in the text. Today we are going to talk about the conventions. All the directed, or generally we are going to talk about, we are actually moving towards the end of the journal points related to directed writing tasks. So all directed writing tasks have specific rules to be followed. First thing is that all directed writing tasks must have introduction, body, and conclusion. This does not mean that you are going to have these three things in three paragraphs. You can have introduction and body in first paragraph, or you can have introduction in first paragraph, body in second and third paragraph, and conclusion in the fourth paragraph. But all directed writing tasks, be it a speech, report, letter, email, or article, all of them must have a proper start, a proper body, and a closing as well. Now, what is the introduction? Introduction is your first paragraph in which you have to state the purpose of writing very clearly. So, in the introduction paragraph, you are going to state the purpose of writing very clearly. Then, body of your directed writing task. In the body, you are going to evaluate and develop the text. Evaluate and develop the text. How to develop the text? You have to develop the text with the help of your own opinion. You will evaluate the text, two texts given, and then you will give your own opinion and develop that text according to the required need. Then the last paragraph, that is closing. What you are going to do in the last paragraph? In the last paragraph, you will summarize whatever you have written in the first three paragraphs or first two paragraphs. You are going to summarize that in one or maximum two sentences. One sentence, a compound complex sentence is enough for writing or summarizing. Then after that, you are going to endorse it. Like you have discussed two different opinions here, and definitely one opinion is that you agree with. So here you are going to mention in the last paragraph, fourth paragraph, you are going to mention that one opinion that you agree with. You are going to write it, you are going to endorse it. That, like yesterday as well, I was giving you the example of use of mobile phones in classes or giving of homework. So here, how you are going to endorse your opinion, that you can say that these summary can be something like that, that both these points, both these things have advantages and disadvantages. But I must say that mobile phones must be allowed in class if you are in favor of that, because its advantages outweigh its disadvantages. So this is your endorsement for one point of view, whereas you are rejecting the other one. So you are saying that mobile should be allowed because it has more advantages. And or you can give recommendations if that is a formal document like a report or your letter to your principal or someone who is an authority. Or in case of an article, you can give your opinion, you can endorse it with your own opinion at the end in the last paragraph. That is not, usually students they come up with these questions that do we have to write our opinion in the last paragraph. So I usually discourage this approach, that you don't have to give your opinion in the last paragraph only, because second, third, first, all these paragraphs, they are your opinion. So once they are your opinion, so last paragraph is also your opinion. But what you can do there, that you can endorse it with your own opinion. You can just at the end say it, emphasize it, that whatever you are saying, that is correct, and in the last closing paragraph you can endorse it. Or you can call the principal for an action, that because this thing is good, so you should do such, or you should set such guidelines for students that can help them in use of mobile phones in classes, or something like that. You are going to do in the last paragraph, and then at the end you are going to end it. Like if that is a letter, you are going to give a valediction. If that is a report, you are going to give a valediction. If that is a speech, we simply thank the audience. If that is an article, you are not going to give any valediction or sign off at the end. Simply you are going to end it with a journal sentence. In the case of an email, you are going to give a valediction at the end. So a few more important points that are related to directed writing tasks. Today I'm going to wind it up because we are just discussing the journal terms and journal points, journal things related to directed writing tasks. There is no specific number of paragraphs, but don't write less than 3 and more than 5 paragraphs. I'm just talking about directed writing. Start your lines with the margin and do not leave indent and leave a line after each paragraph. These days in academic writing, usually to show that one paragraph is done, one paragraph is finished, we leave a line after each paragraph. There's no need to write or leave an indent, that you leave some space before, that shows that you have started a paragraph. Now these days, now how we do that, let me show you what is indent. Like I have to write something here and I leave this space here, and then I'm starting it from here. I'm starting it. There is no specific purpose of doing this. This now my sentence is complete. The indent is this, that again I'm leaving some part and then I'm writing from this. That shows that this line, this one and this one, this is called indent. We leave some line and then that is an old pattern. In today's pattern, what we do, we start with the margin like I have written here, and one paragraph, this is one paragraph. When this is complete, we leave a line in between. Now this is a line, we have left this line between these two paragraphs. That is the method that we follow these days. So you are going to follow this. You are going to start it with margin line, and you are going to leave a line after each paragraph. Then for evaluation, how you are going to evaluate the text, we are going to evaluate. Okay, that was all about some general things about the directed writing task. Now how we are going to approach the task, or how we are going to evaluate it, we'll be discussing it in the next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.